Welcome back to episode 3 of Manor Lords. Today, we're going to do our best to survive and thrive. With bandits right on the horizon, we have to arm up quickly and make sure that we can survive the winter. Welcome back to Manor Lords. Today, we are trying our best to not die, as usual. So, from last time, nothing has changed, which makes sense. I wanted to experience this with you guys. It is just such a beautiful game that it is hard not to just enjoy looking around and just watching everything kind of simulate on its own. It really is pretty. But anyways, today we need to do that which is at hand, and that is to prepare for the raiders which are coming. So shite. Well, that's okay. So what we're going to need to do is we are going to need to get a boyer. We do have one. Lovely. We are going to need him to start producing a large amount of bows. And we can start equipping our new families when they come in to the village. Because we have 3 spaces for them, and each space we can expand. So once we get down to probably the last home available, we'll start expanding as well. And hopefully by that point, we will have our wonderful manor constructed. And that would be lovely, but we have no work on it yet. But we will we will get there. And beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Our manor is officially built, which we love to see, because that gives us access to a lot of great things. Most importantly, to our actual full-on fighting force, our retinue. So, if we look at the retinue, we can actually get more men, if we have actually the treasury for it, though, which we don't have any treasury right now. But we can recruit up to 12 men, and I believe it can increase to 24 with additions to the house, which can be incredible. And they are like our elite fighting force, basically. They're actually armored and proper. Not like this crew of motley misfits over here. But alas, we will expand out 2 of these because we are down to our last bit of land here. So we need to do that quickly because we want to actually feel like we have a fighting chance in just 175 days, which that is flying by. And it says that stuff's not met, but I'm assuming again, it is just, yeah, it's the food stall definitely does have food for it. It's just being silly like that, but it's okay. And we have our first crop of wonderful vegetables. It's great. We love to see it. So something I just did while we were waiting was I went and... Oop, nope, not there. I went and I made it so we are exporting now charcoal. Well, we'll still have a decent amount, but we can slowly but surely export our charcoal. And now we can start exporting... Wait, did I say import on there? Yeah, no, export, good. Exporting war bows as well. And we'll have a surplus of... Actually, 60's probably decent. Yeah, 60 will be decent. And then we can also actually put a family in there now. So we can hopefully have a decent amount of commerce going on. And we are going to get a horse. That will definitely help us. And then what we'll do is we will build ourselves a hitching post all the way down here as well. That's probably logistics. Hitching post. We'll put that in the corner. Can we fit that? Almost. That's okay. We'll put it right next to it then, right here. Something that we're going to try is to build a pasture. I also have so little clue how all this works. So we're going to demolish that and this because if I remember correctly, which I most assuredly probably do not, is it's best to kind of have them all together. Again, I could be so wrong on this, and that would not be shocking to a soul. Let's try this and over to here. Yes, it does not like that. That's too bad. All right. Well, then in that case, yikes. This could be going better to say the least. Yeah, that could definitely be going better. Well, I don't know how much space we're realistically going to want either. So if we start here, this isn't massive, but it'll do. And hopefully we'll be able to get some wool here, which can we can deal with a lot easier because we can get, when we look at, for example, one of these homes here, and they need clothing supplies. It can do linen or yarn, and that we can get from wool, which is great. And that means we don't have to send someone all the way over here. Yes, the meat is nice. It definitely is nice to get meat from over here. But I mean, this trek is insane to do. It just does not, sadly, seem worth it at all. And we're getting vegetables, we're getting berries, and we can hopefully, and we're getting some chickens or some eggs as well. So hopefully, in the long run, we will be fine on food. We won't need a bunch of meat, but we're going to have to see. We're going to have to see. Beautiful. We have finished our sheep farm, which I believe we're going to put one into there. And then we have a lot of space. So this is where we're going to use our livestock trading post. So what we want is we need sheep, which lambs we can actually, I'm trying to remember the difference. Basically, I think sheep reproduce into lambs. Lambs are a little cheaper, but they take longer to grow up. So kind of the trade-off is lambs are a little cheaper. I mean, as you can see, the import price is only 20 versus 30, but they take a few years to grow up, or a few months, I think. So we don't have a ton of money right now. So we want to import lambs. We're just going to get 2 for now. That's all we can afford, sadly. And yeah, I think that's tough. We still have more space. So once people kind of actually move into these plots, then that will be really nice. We can actually expand a little bit more because right now we should be doing, we're doing great on fuel, but I'm going to keep into each person on here because we should be actually getting some wealth from trading. Or it might just be regional wealth, not actually treasury. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Because treasury we get from wonderful taxes. I know. The only thing basically sure in this life, death and taxes. We're going to try to do land tax 2%. I know it doesn't make them super happy, but they should be fine. We've got church level is really boosting market variety and market clothing variety, which is interesting. I actually don't know how that works because they just have leather. But you know what? We're not gonna complain. And actually, for now, while we don't, it might be smart. I don't know about the sheep when they come in or when they don't. So we're just gonna keep it for now, as is, and slowly but surely try to increase our wealth here. We've got chickens there, and I'm thinking we'll try to We'll try to keep kind of the industrial stuff in itself. I probably shouldn't have done chickens here. It is what it is. But I'm thinking I'll do chickens for at least 2 of the 4 of these. I want to make sure, okay, no families are in there. Got 1 family there, 2 families there. So in this one, we will definitely put a chicken coop in. And then in this one, we have 1 of 1 family. This is 1 of 2 families. So we're just going to, for now, another chicken in here. And that is something we can do as well, is with these other 2, we can do goats or pigs to get that meat. Probably, actually, goats might be nice. So, sorry, this is getting a little in the weeds. So when we see our common goods, we have our leather, which is great. And then if we also get like linen and fabric, is that what it was? I can't remember now. Linen and yarn, which we can get yarn from the sheep. If we can also keep the leather coming in from the goats, then that will give us 2 kind of things for variety, which variety is also always good, always makes them happy. So I think that makes the most sense, is to try to make these 2 goat farms. And we're slowly but surely getting enough men here. It's not a ton, but it might have to do. And we still have 4 and 4 spears. So we can have enough for 40, basically, then, if that's the case. We have enough for 40 men to equip, at least, minimum. And we can have a lot more than that here. We just need people to move in. That's really the trouble, because we have 3 available living spaces. We have 1 more here, and then 2 more here. So we're just going to have to wait and see, because we only have 138 days, and that really seems to be flying. Yeah, not jazzed about this, but we're slowly but surely, we're still gaining some good area. And actually, we're not going to collect taxes right now, just because might as well keep our people happy. We aren't going to be able to build enough up of the treasury, and I really want to build up the regional wealth, because that's kind of what the manor taxes is, that regional wealth. So let's kind of continue waiting for everything to upgrade, and hopefully we can actually get some people fairly quickly in here and get our food just thriving. So, silly me, you guys might have noticed this. I built a pack station. That's not what I wanted. I didn't want a pack station. I wanted a hitching post. Oh, man. For some reason, I just felt like that was weird. I was like, why is it square? But my smooth brain did not think fast enough. But this will be good for later on. So packing stations are actually very good, just not for what we need. So packing stations help you transport goods between 2 provinces. So if we were to have a big farming province here, we could then get food back to this province, which will be a lot more of our iron in our industry. So long term, this is incredible. It really is. However, right now, this is pretty useless. We're not going to put a single person in here, probably for the next few episodes at least. But, you know, we live and we learn. And let's hope this, hitching post, that's what we need. And eventually we'll get a horse as well, which is also what we need. Because I think, right? Do we have a horse? We don't have a horse. Hold on. Let me figure this out real quick. So yes, we do have a horse, and they're sitting in the livestock trading post. So I also realized then, and if that's the case, if that also has pasture space, we don't need someone sitting in here just doing nothing right now for the sheep. So we're going to pull them out, and instead we are running low on food. That is really not good. Oofda. We're going to put another family in the forager hut. I know it's not like crazy idea, but we just need something to survive, especially as we're approaching winter. Once we get all of these upgraded, because we have this one upgraded. So we have chickens here, which should mean we are slowly but surely starting to get some eggs. And the more eggs we can get, the better that would be. Because right now we have no eggs in production, which is awful. But we'll get there. Another silly old me moment. I realize I can just directly assign a wonderful livestock to this, and it is the horse already automatically. So I don't know if I actually needed this hitching post or not. You know what? It's there. It's fine. We'll make the most out of it. So that's that. We've got a family here with a horse. And once we get a little bit more regional wealth, I think it would be smart for us to actually do a boyer kind of indefinitely. Or not indefinitely. What am I saying? A little bit more for the warbows. So let's actually right now go in and let's make 120. Seems like a lot, but I think if we're continually doing this, this could be a really great thing for us to ensure that we always have something moving and something going. So like we said, we are going to order goats for this one. I mean, we'll see if they eventually get there, but that'll have to do for us. We still have no one living in this one, so I'm not going to build it out yet. Just kidding. I totally will. Because the animal pen itself doesn't cost anything. So we'll build this out, and once we have families move in, we'll get goats as well. That'll give us more meat. Not a ton, but it'll give us at least a little bit more meat to have, because right now we just have berries. And then with that more meat and vegetables and eggs, we should not be worried about food variety at all. So something else that occurred when the manor house was actually built was we unlocked policies. Now this is something that they still do not have worked out much. And the policies themselves are not great that they do have unlocked. So this hunting grounds one for us is pointless. We have no rich deposits of wild animals. And then the strict fasting, I've just personally never felt it incredibly important or useful, except if you are in the dire of winter. But besides that, the approval is just always nice to have. It makes people more willing to pay taxes. So policies, that is something that hopefully through time will increase. But we are selling. Oh, I see why we are running low on food. I mean, it's not that we're running low. 6 months is plenty. I'm just realizing we probably now want more like, I know it's not a great increase, but we'll do 90 surplus of berries. And hopefully we'll just keep getting people coming by and buying our goods. And then eventually, once we get some more regional wealth, like I've said before, we're going to increase or just buy a full-time trade route. And we'll try to figure out exactly what's the most profitable. My guess is warbows, just because you can sell them for usually a decent amount. And that's just a really great thing to always have. While charcoal can be good, just because it's super easy to produce, it doesn't seem like that's going to be our like #1 biggest export. Like, don't get me wrong, it's great. Like right now we have over 13 months of fuel. It's largely due to charcoal. We love it. But I don't know if we're wanting to establish a trade route. I mean, maybe what we'll do then is when we have development, I'm torn. I really like orchardry. I think it's a great way to get another food source. But it seems as though we kind of have our food locked down. I'm thinking going armoring, just because in this way, I mean, we're already focusing so much on the metal. This would be the place to do it, would be the metal. Trade logistics is great. It is terrific. Don't get me wrong. I think it is incredible. But I think, oh, never mind. This is what we did need for sheep stuff. So we'll slowly but surely need to get sheep. That's tough. But yeah, anyways, I'm thinking next time we upgrade, we're going to need to go with armor making. Trapping, skinning, and pelt extraction is just not going to be worthwhile for us. Forest management, again, not worthwhile. Apiaries can be great just because the extra honey, but I would rather do orchardry than I would apiaries, just because they kind of produce on their own late game versus apiaries. You still need to have someone there the whole time. Fertilization, bakeries, heavy plow, that is what we'll likely go for in the other province when we can expand there. Or we'll go orchardry and irrigation. Anyways, needless to say, there's a lot of different kind of, almost, I guess you would call it a build. I know we're not building a character, but it's almost like builds where you can do more, obviously, as you would imagine, more industry focused versus more agricultural or... So anyways, there's each individual thing. I think what we're going with, being that we have the rich deposit, we're going to go with industrial, and we're just going to have to really focus hard on that. I'm also going to start construction on a mining pit over here for the clay, because this clay deposit, much like the stone deposit, we will exhaust, and we'll do it pretty quickly. But luckily for us, clay deposit, we kind of only need for tiles, which we'll use to upgrade 10 of it for the church. And I believe level 3, you might need tiles. Yeah, you need just a few tiles. So is it the end of the world that we might not have enough tiles for stuff? No. I mean, we can always trade for them, especially because we'll have such greater trades everywhere else. We can just slowly but surely get some more tiles in the long run. But for now, this is good. This is a good way for us to deal with stuff, clean up our area as well. If we can get this mining pit completely figured out, clay deposit gone, then we can utilize this land for whatever we want. Wonderful. We have another family moving in here. Oofda. But it's okay. We have goats now, which this will be good for us because this will give us a little more meat, a little more hides. That will be good for our food situation. Because again, 5 months, it's not the worst in the world, but it could be so much better. Especially because right now, it's a seasonal supply of food for us. So we can't really afford to mess around with that too much. So what we're going to do actually, we're going to come here and we're going to, yeah, exactly. We already can't sell anymore. We're down to 80. So we luckily have some vegetables, eggs, and meat that will supplement our diet, but it's not terrific. But we will make the most out of it. In the meantime, we have 3 unassigned families. We obviously have to leave 1 for all the construction we're doing. I'm upgrading different plots. And I just decided to upgrade all the hitching posts into small stables. Mainly because we have the planks for it. And they kind of just look nicer. We'll eventually probably also upgrade the well. We're not too worried about that. We're not running bad on water supply at all, we can supply a lot more houses. So actually, we'll let that figure out in its own time. But what we will do is we will upgrade these to deep mines. Not this one, actually. We need to have some regional wealth. But once we upgrade this, then we will assign a family there, and then another family in the bloomery, and we can start our iron production. Something else we're actually going to do is we're going to build another burgers plot here. I know it seems a little ridiculous. Why in the world are we building another burgers plot when we haven't even filled this one up yet? Fair question. And that's just because I think we're going to need more vegetables. I know right now we weren't able to fully prepare it, and that just kind of that happens from year to year, especially when you're first trying it out or starting out. So I think still it's going to be really beneficial for us to have some more vegetables for food, because being that the berries are seasonal, it is killer to deal with them. Yes, the actual time during the year is great, but right now, I mean, there's nothing we can do, and that's kind of devastating. So I think we're going to do this, and once we have this finished, we're going to pump at least two people into here, and maybe 3. And it'd be so nice to start getting sheep, but alas, we have no sheep yet. We've got our deep mine finished, so we will put 1 person on the bloomery, 1 person on the deep mine, and we will probably upgrade. Oh, are these all chicken already? Oofda. I did not think this through, did I? That is tough. Well... oh, shoot. We can destroy this for now. We don't have anyone living here anyways. Yeah, we're gonna destroy that. And instead, once we get a family in here, we'll upgrade to level 2, and we'll get we'll get a blacksmith. Oh, we don't have the tools for it because all the dang bandits stole them from us, so we don't have any tools. That's annoying. Okay. Well, man. All right, we're going to import, and we want a grand total of 2 tools. Nope, not 20, just 2. And hope that we can actually get that. My goodness, this could be going better. That is for sure. So it is a new month. We had another family move in, which I believe was to here. So soon we can get upgrade to level 2. The issue is, surprise, surprise, food. But we'll see. And hopefully we will have people moving in, because I think we just had 1 person move in. Yes. So hopefully, because I believe if your approval is above, I think is it 75? Again, I'm pulling this out of my butt here. I think if it's above 75% approval, then you can get up to 2 families moving in every month. But we'll see. We'll see. We're going to have to see. Also, I've noticed that approval, the church level, it drops in month by month. So this next month, I think it'll only be +4 for having the church level. Again, I don't know for certain of that, but I'm pretty sure that kind of is affected. That's why we need to upgrade it again to a small stone church. But one thing at a time. We still have to build our mining pit and survive this raider attack, which again, 57 days. So there's only 2 days left, about to be 1, and the snow is melting, the ice is thawing, and it is looking like a beautiful, beautiful spring we are going to have here in what I will call the Swiss Alps. I mean, let's be real. This is totally the Swiss Alps, and it is stunning. So what we're going to do then is we're going to dearly hope that... Oh, also, we might get another family join us because it's the next of the month. That would be great. We could always use more bodies. That's terrible to say, but we could. So raiders are near. I don't think they're going to come from the sides, but once this is up, they'll come from either side. We'll rally our troops, and I'm hoping they come from the south, not the north, or I guess, I don't know. This might be the south, and that might be the north. Anyways, that's not important. They might come from this way, which is a lot closer to us. Not loving that idea. But we're gonna have to see. Also, okay, enemy units are spotted. They are coming from this way. Oof, it is less than us, which is good. It's about the only good news we've received in a while. We are down to 2 months of food left. So we're also going to, I know this is not the least of our worries right now. We're going to pull both of you off here. The berries will be growing soon, so we're going to put you back in the berries. And actually, you know what? We're going to keep one of you or two of you there. Because I realized I think we actually did get a family that moved in just in the nick of time to fight our battles for us. Oh, no, they didn't. Okay, well, that's tough. And also, it's saying the food supply is an issue. We do have food. Obviously not a lot, but we do have some food. And soon I think we'll be able to actually pick some vegetables. We have meat. Not a lot. Wow, this is not ideal. Anyways, let's rally our troops. And yeah, we're going to have to just rally our troops here while we can. And do that here. Other troops here. Are you not going to rally? There you go. And then we'll rally our retinue as well. It is very risky. It is very risky to use our retinue right now because they are expensive. But prepping for the battle to come, we're going to put a corpse pit out here. Not there. Thank you. And we will prepare for battle. Oh, we did get another family in the nick of time. That is terrible. We got an extra archer, though, and we will use them as much as we can. So here's what we're going to do. They are going to come up the hill here. So we really want to be able to get some good... Oh, no. I just realized what I did. We want you here. We want you guys here. And actually, we'll use the road kind of as our... No. There we go. There we go. I think that'll do. No, shoot, I did it again. That's what I want. All right. You are very precious, so I don't want you guys to exhaust yourselves and get killed. This is terrible to say, but we can afford some losses here. We can afford some losses with these fine gents. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to not shoot at will, but we will give ground. Not yet. I don't know enough about the combat here, but oh wow. Okay, well, let's move you up here then. Move quickly while you can and rest up. You're very effective. And you're moving downhill. So actually, getting them on the downhill charge might be a really good bet for us. So that's what we're going to kind of try. And yeah, let's do that. It's not much of a downhill, but it'll work. Also, it says policies are available. It's the same ones. Whoop-de-doo. We are getting more food. That is awesome. All right, and then we are starting to shoot. What kind of a shot was that? You know what? You are peasants after all. I can respect. I can respect the movement. They're also don't trust you at all. You guys are probably going to run right up here and go for my archers. They are losing effectiveness. They are running uphill. They are absolutely not prepared for this, and neither are we. Can I do anything with you? Stand your ground. What does this do? Defense is doubled, but attack frequency is halved. Oh, you guys are definitely just rushing for these archers. see if we can engage. And then fire at will. And then we want you to stand ground. And then we want you to stand your ground as well. Because here's the thing, we want our archers to be able to do bits to these people. We have already lost people. Yikes. Okay, we are gonna have to move you up here then. And then we want both of you to give ground. You are not giving ground and you are all dying. Why are you all dying? All right, we're just charging. We're charging. We're charging. Oh my word. That was brutal. Brutal, brutal, brutal. But we somehow survived. We did lose 2 retinue though. Ugh. That is disheartening. But, you know what? Expand all of them. And we're going to pop someone in the corpse pit. That is disappointing. But alas. What are we going to do about it? We will slowly but surely have to build up our people back. And man, that is just devastating. And I think armors, while that might be an expensive way to ensure survival, it's a way that we're going to have to go. Yeah, they're in mourning, which means that they will not... Yeah, so they're not going to get anyone else. So we have to wait 26 days until anyone else can even think about joining our little village. And while we were waiting, we got our settlement to increase. That is incredible. So, like we said, we're just going to go straight to the basic armoring. Was that the wisest choice? I don't know. But the thing is with most games you'll play, you could do the most optimal way. You could do that, and maybe that's your cup of tea. I'm not knocking it. But sometimes, just with the vibes. Just about what you want to do, what you feel like would be fun or funny, whichever. And I think in this situation, going full industry, going full metalworks is really going to be a lot more fun than really trying to game it out and get, you know, proper food going or trade networks. And we'll get that eventually. Just, it might not be the most efficient. And, you know, that's okay. I am more than okay with that. And with this one, we actually are able to build a proper vegetable garden that is totally going into our neighbor's land. But that is okay. We don't complain about that. And once we get our tools in here, we can get our blacksmith. And I would love to know why in the world we are not getting our tools yet. Ah, that is indeed a travesty of to the greatest degree. But with that, as we ran out of all of our money having built this vegetable garden, and there's just no money in our pockets to be able to actually build ourselves a wonderful blacksmith workshop, we will have to call it quits for today. Hope you guys enjoyed today, seeing a little bit of the actual combat of the game. Very different than a lot of other stuff. Obviously very different from like even Total War, which is a top-down version. But it's a very fun, and actually, I realized I am not utilizing my people well. Anyways, we'll figure that out between episodes. For now, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you've made it this far, hit that like and subscribe. Completely free for you. Helps me out a ton. And I hope you guys see you next time.